intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save now. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance from guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation beats opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it, don't want to believe it, but no one won't stop to the most even. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing, I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the...
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out, and they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Let's go, let's go.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
70 Timberwolves.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And they'll accept that penalty. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Hey, check that street. Ready?
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with a milestone, career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. Well, Hal's going to mix it up here. Here's Gibson to start the drive. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down, Hal back to pass. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Back to throw. Howell. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Washington. Colin Johnson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensive, this is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd down. Howell now. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
2nd and 5.
Go check. Go check. Check, Panther.
Again, it's Kamara. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Hey,
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Looking left side of has got a man. That's Perry. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Trap 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Second and 9 now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Paulson Adebo up to make the stop.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Gibson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. Well, the big play prior to this one got him down there, and they're able to stick it in on the very next snap.
And I think those last two plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position, turn right around and hand it off, and you've got a running play that finishes it off in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go. Start.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Quan Martin. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Commanders 21, Saints 6.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
69 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Throw left side complete. That's Perry. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. A gain of 22.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Tackle there by Nick Cross.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Once more, Gibson. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 28. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Robinson will try to pick it up. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Howell ran it last time. Now he's going to throw it. And that's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. 4th down. Howell. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Ready, set.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And now here's another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
60 Bobcat. Dragon 60.
Back to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Buffalo 18. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Being chased out left. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On the ready. 70 Timberwolves.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Steps away to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll look to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Deron Payne able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Into the hands of Perry, complete. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check smash, check smash. 79 Broncos.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 75 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Gibson again. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Washington first down.
Powell. And his throw is incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Back to throw, Howell. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there and a 1st down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Howell. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard, but that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Rolling to his left.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Perry. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Finding room at midfield. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready?
Back to throw again. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. So a victory here for the Commanders. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Washington, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.